Okay, hey guys, I'm not sure how this is going to work out because I have it turned around, but I just wanted to show you how quick and easy it is to make, kind of a healthier choice, and you don't have to sacrifice family time. You don't have to make anything, you know, diet food. You don't have to cut back on stuff. It's just little things that make a difference. So, in my family, Isabella and I, one of my daughters, were vegetarian, so sometimes mealtime is a lot of work because it has to be like deconstructed. So I'll cook the meat on the side, I'll cook something that we can all eat, and then anybody who wants to have meat can have that on the side. Okay, so one of the things that is a staple in our house is tostadas. I haven't made them really that much lately, and it's just because they're not, beans aren't really my favorite. I love Spanish rice better, sopa, but but legumes are so good for you. I prefer black beans and lentils, but the family loves pinto beans, so well, Maggie and I, one of our other daughters, loves black beans as well. So, we'll mix it up. But I just have the pinto beans going on in a crock pot and I cook them. And it might take longer, but I'm not worried about, burning them or water. So they'll take maybe about 8 hours. I don't soak my beans the night before, so I just rinse them and put them in there without salt. And then when it's close to being cooked, then I'll put the salt. And then they're good for a few days because we eat them pretty fast once they're cooked. So I just reheat them. I'm going to turn this around. So I just reheat them. Sometimes I'll just have them de la olla, just the way they are in the broth and in a bowl. But I just put a little bit of olive oil and reheated it. And I recommend to keep a lot of the liquid because if this is going to go back in the refrigerator and cooked, eaten again, it's going to dry up. So I keep a lot of the broth. So I added the broth and then that'll be good to go. I fry my own tostadas because I know what kind of oil I use and they're fresher. These I actually fried a little bit too long, but they'll serve their purpose. So I just, instead of having the kids, I've learned the hard way that if I make a tostada, somebody doesn't like tomatoes, somebody doesn't like onions, instead, and I felt like a restaurant anyway, making a bunch of different stuff. So this way I just have everything. It's kind of like a smorgasbord. They can pick their own things a la carte, and then add what they like. And I only use Himalayan pink salt now. That's, I just, things that they don't know that are good for them, I put in their food, and then they don't know the difference, right? So I'll chop the onions and tomatoes, and we have lettuce going here, and fresh guacamole. It's simple. Again, I might prefer it with salsa in it or tomatoes, but the kids might not like it that way. So I'll just literally get a fork and put some fresh avocados in there with a little bit of the salt. And then the salsa, fresh again. It's just, I've learned it's different. We like salsa really hot. So I used the yellow peppers today and the yellow chiles, and I made my mom taught me about two, double ratio. So 4 tomatoes and 2 chiles is usually about right, with a little bit of garlic and salt. And this is from the Vitamix, and that's my favorite blender. Honestly, I realized that when we moved to Pomona, back when Isabella was a year old, somewhere around those first few years, we went to LA County Fair and bought this Vitamix. So the Vitamix is over 12 years old and it's still going. So you better believe I will endorse the Vitamix. It's also a great margarita maker. And so the tostada is a little bit fresher. If you don't have time for that, that's okay. But just think that there's different things that you can do to kind of, substitute to make things a little tastier. Now, I'm going to offer the kids, if they want sopes, if it was a holiday time, then maybe I might get masa and make this on my own. But this might be an option there. Hey, if they're going to have sour cream, then, I'm not going to worry about diet food for stuff that's obviously really rich and we shouldn't eat all the time. So I'm going to get the good stuff. That's how I believe. And then for me, I'll just have a soft taco, like with with just the corn tortilla. So that's how I make it a little healthier. I'll have this with the beans, some guacamole, all the vegetables, and I'm enjoying tostadas and the same meal with them. So that's my tip on how to make family time for everybody, even the picky eaters, and making it so that you can enjoy a little bit more of a healthy alternative. Try it. Which one are you going to try? How do you like your tostadas? That's my question to you. Oh, I forgot the cheese. Okay, I'm going to bring out the cheese. And, you know, the cheese, obviously, whichever one your family's favorite, you can definitely pick a fresher cheese, even Mexican cheese, with skim milk. And Lucas, how do you like your tostadas? A lot of sour cream and cheese?